Hey, what is up, compassionate, proactive parents, teachers, therapists, grandparents, anybody who's interested in learning how to support students with executive function challenges? This is Alan P. Brown from ADDcrusher.com. What's up, Alan?
How are you doing? Great to be here.
In the summit this year, what are we going to learn from you?
So, first of all, I'm going to talk about why it's so important to recognize that our brain needs different treatment and care than our body does. Just like the difference between the fenders on your car and the engine in your car. And I'm going to talk about some simple ways to take better care of your brain so that it performs better.
And when you meet somebody who finds out what you do, particularly a parent, because the summit's for parents, and they're like, wait, what do you do? What's your job? How do you respond to that when they say, what's your job?
I am an ADHD and productivity coach. I'm also an advocate for those who are out there as yet undiagnosed with ADHD. I've been doing this for over a decade. And I serve people who are both ADHD adults as well as young adults and also students.
And then what hats do you wear? For example, being on summits and things like this, what are the main hats you wear?
Yeah, so I do as much public speaking as I can, again, to the extent that I can help with building awareness about ADHD and executive function issues, and helping people to realize that they may, in fact, need some help with their ADHD or just getting recognized they may have it, et cetera. And I have courses online, and I have a membership that is dedicated to helping people get more done in less time with less drama, as I like to say. And I do a lot of group coaching, and I love being in summits like this one that Seth has put on.
And why? Why do you care? Why does it? What was the moment you knew that this mattered to you and you wanted to do serve in this way in your life?
Well, I struggled in school and early in my career, the first 6 years of my career. And I finally got diagnosed at the age of 36. And I remember this day, I ran out of the doctor's office. I was living in Manhattan. And I ran to the bookstore. They used to have bookstores. I don't know if you heard of these. It's a big building with books in it, actually. And I grabbed a handful of books about ADHD in adults, which is surprising. This is back in '96, so there were a few. And I got home and I opened the first book, and then I remembered I'm a terrible reader. I've never read a book that was 375 pages with science and strategies and all that didn't have any pictures in it, at least. And I just asked myself, and I did a little research, and I found that 30% of ADDers are dyslexic, and the majority of the other 70% just have terrible reading comprehension. So I thought, why hasn't anyone thought about creating videos that are maybe animated, maybe somewhat interactive, fun, maybe to teach coping strategies that these books are trying to do? And so when I thought about this, I realized that this was the next thing in my life, that I was the perfect guy to do this, to create these videos, because again, I'm unable to learn from books. I had developed over the years since my diagnosis and even before my diagnosis some evidence based what I call brain hack strategies that were effective for me and others that I shared them with. I also happen to be an advertising and marketing executive, and I'm a pretty creative guy, and I'm also a risk taker. So I thought, oh, I'm going to go and start this business to go do this. And I also understood, because I was in the advertising business, how to get videos produced. So I put all this together and I said, this is what I should be doing. And so it was a real a wonderful day that I finally said, this is what I'm going to do. And eventually I left the advertising business and began doing this full time. And that's my story of how I came to really embrace that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alan. And this is Alan's website, addcrusher.com. You can check it out here and you can get some freebies here. And if you like what we're doing on TEFOS, theexecutivefunctionsummit.com, at executivefunctionsummit.com, go ahead. You can check out other speakers here and sign up. And if you like what we're doing, please share that with other people. Alan, thank you so much. We became friends recently, Alan, and I started getting to know each other, and just so glad that you are in this world doing the work that you do. So
Right back at you, and thanks for having me.
thanks. Thanks, parents. Take care.